Go get this pizza.
The best though. I know.
How do you know?
Because I speak to that one. I don't talk to the other ones. I find for myself gardening is just a zen kind of place. You don't have to think about what you're doing when you're weeding or deadheading or something like that. I love the spring. It's a big event to go out and find all my bedding plants for my pots and stuff like that. And I always somehow end up with more pots than I had last year. Some people in the family may say that I have a bit of a problem, but I don't believe them. They reap the benefits from the flowers as well. So. My name is Lisa Good, and I am a business analyst and Arbonne independent consultant. I've been married to my husband Mark for 24 years. We've got 2 kids, Cody and Morgan, 19 and 16.
So this is my family.
Cody was playing football, so that took up a lot of time, but it was time well spent. We loved it. Morgan is in figure skating, she's in singles and synchronized skating. Our typical day week looks, I guess like a lot of people. Mark is in construction, so he's dependent on what's going on in the industry. He's been very fortunate with this latest downturn in Alberta that he's been able to continue working. For myself, it's working, 8 till 4. With my work, I work on projects. So I have to be working on one and thinking about the next project, trying to time manage that way. And with Mark being in construction, it's been, once he's done at this job and laid off, how long is he going to be laid off for? The one project that I was on when I started Arbonne, and it had been a long project, abruptly ended sooner than we had expected it to. And that was a real eye-opener because I'm not a salaried employee. I get paid for the hours I work. And not knowing where the next project was going to be or when it was going to be starting was a bit of a panic. And that's when I was thinking, maybe I wish I would have a year ago put as much effort into the Arbonne business, because then my plan B would have been there already. Brianne is my cousin first and friend. She started this Arbonne business. I was very excited about it and like over the top excited about it. And because, she's family and a friend, you kind of want to support her. So she had asked me a number of times if I would host a presentation. And I did what everybody does. No, I'm not interested. I wouldn't be able to get anybody. Nobody wants to do parties, that kind of thing. But we did. We did one, and we had a successful party. I had, a few friends over, and just when she was explaining the business and the company, what they stand for, they're pure, safe, beneficial products, I was intrigued. It's not necessarily what's in their products, it's what's not in their products. So there's no gluten, no GMO, no animal byproducts, no animal testing. There's no parabens, there's no toluene, there's no formaldehyde. Globally, I think people are becoming more aware of ingredient policies. People are looking at labels. 10 years ago, looking for a natural section in a grocery store, you would have a couple of shelves. Now you've got full aisles and stores that are specifically for natural products. So I was very impressed with the answers that Brianne had about the company and their ingredient policies. So we had a successful party, and then a few months later she was coming to town for an Arbonne event and a car presentation. A car presentation is for consultants who have reached the vice president level of management. They become eligible to receive a monthly cash bonus towards the lease or purchase of a white Mercedes-Benz based on their performance and sales volume. Again, representing the whole pure, safe, beneficial. So that is pure, white, safe. Mercedes is one of the safest vehicles on the road. So we went to this event. It was out at Red Tail Landing. We pulled up to the parking lot. There was a whole row of, white Mercedes there, and I'm kind of like, oh, that's nice, I guess. You could see it at a dealership, but these are all people who own these, so you can see how many people have made it to that level. And the lady who was getting her car was a retired school teacher. She was, in her 30s, 2 small kids, and driving a nice white Mercedes. So we went in, and everybody was very happy, and I was still very hesitant about this whole thing. I don't know, it was just odd. They were all very excited about going to this thing, and being to more of these events. They're like that all the time. They're very supportive. It doesn't matter if you're in their direct success line or not. They're there to pick you up, to help you, to answer questions, to give you the support, cheer you on. I think maybe 2/3, 3/4 of the way through, I was like, this could work. So on the way home, I said, yeah, I think I'm ready for this. Not looking for necessarily the white Mercedes at that point, but if I could make a few extra bucks to go on some of the skating trips, then that would work. Yeah, I didn't ever think that I would be selling anything, really. Nobody ever dreams of, as a child growing up saying, I want to work for an MLM. They want to be a firefighter or a nurse or whatever. Nobody does that, right? Nobody thinks that that's what I want my career to be. Short-term goals would be to reach the next level of management, which is area manager. I think at that level I'd be able to breathe a little easier, not necessarily worry about projects so much as like what's going on with me, what's going on with Mark. That would be ideal. Long term would be Nation, which is the top level manager, because then I wouldn't have to worry at all. You have more freedom for gardening, maybe take up golf again. Much further into the future, I would have time for grandchildren. I wouldn't have to be working. I could be the granny that is there to pick them up from school or whatever it is. If people are approaching you with an opportunity, you deserve it to yourself to take another look. The person presenting it to you obviously sees something in you. They've either seen that you have a need for Arbonne, or they've seen that you have a want for Arbonne. I had very small goals when I started. Next year, who knows? It could be replacing one of our incomes. 5 years from now, I might be driving one of their cars.